What the f is this piece of shit?
Now, some of you may think that this video was made out of jealousy or out of anger and self-loathing or out of insecurity or out of desperation for a fear of commitment after going through. You know what? Just stop. Do us both a favor and hear me out. Whether you're in a relationship or you have your eyes on the girl right now, just hear me out with what I'm about to say. Firstly, I'm going to hit you with these 3 reasons why teenage relationships, and by extension, probably yours, are stupid. But at the end of the video, I'll explain to you the one teenage relationship dynamic that I actually respect. Like, if you're a young guy who thinks they're ready to be in a relationship, like if you have to be in a relationship, this type of relationship is the type of relationship you want to be in. Try to land yourself in this. But if you're currently in a relationship and you check off any of my reasons for hating high school dating, or somehow find a way to be offended, well,
that's rough, buddy.
One of the worst parts about teenage relationships nowadays is that most guys focus so much into getting into one. Like, that's their end goal, getting a girlfriend. And what's even sadder is that these guys usually have nothing going on for them in their day-to-day lives. They barely have any self-respect, yet expect to have a girl respect them, let alone love them. But sometimes these down bad MFs get lucky and land in a relationship, but they just end up digging themselves an even bigger hole by putting themselves a whole place down on their priority list. Any little amount of attention that they put into themselves and their health is now being put into someone else. They end up putting their girlfriend and their relationship above themselves. But Milo, didn't you say in your last video that you should always work hard for others? Yes, I did. But 2 things. 1, most of these MFs who get lucky enough to be in a relationship never really even work hard for themselves in the first place. They live a textbook NPC life. They just do whatever they feel like doing on a day-to-day basis instead of doing the things that they should be doing. They have no vision or direction for their future. But I'll just give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you do everything right on a day-to-day basis. You work hard and you pave your future day by day. And you actually know what you're doing. No, you don't, because number 2, when I said you should fight for others in that video, I think it goes without saying that you should fight for people who matter, your family, your loved ones, not some high school sweetheart. But Milo, she's not just a high school sweetheart. She's perfect. We understand each other and we love each other and we're just so compatible. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've seen an absolute giga chad, someone who has like everything going for him, the build, the mindset, everything but having the right girl for him, or a girl of value. 3 times, I've seen that 3 times. Like, this dude can be an absolute Adonis. He does the hard work, he's disciplined, but I just see his girl and she has no morals, no values. She's a bitch, and it's just sad. And this dysfunctional ass relationship can only be caused by one of 2 things. Either they crave quick affection and validation from anyone that they just don't care about the quality or depth of their connection together. They just settle with whichever girl hits on them first, no matter her quality. They just want that gut-tingling feeling of mutual affection towards each other as soon and as much as possible. They just want butterflies in their stomach, a quick dopamine hit of validation. Or, this one's the rarer occasion, but the one that hits home for me. They hopped on self-improvement, they built themselves from the ground up, and again, settle with any girl who shows them affection, validates them. Specifically, an old crush. This one hits home for me because I found myself to be noticed by girls a bit more once I got my shit together. But to be fair, before I hopped on self-improvement, the standards were on the floor. It was obvious that people were going to start acknowledging my existence.
Oh, shut up, Nick.
Once I started getting attention from girls and people in general, I noticed myself holding girls who, I'll just straight up say it, were losers on a pedestal. Because in my eyes, I saw them to be way better people than they actually were. Most of the crushes that I developed prior to getting all my shit together were low quality women, for lack of a better term. Understand this, bro. They were out of your league before and they still are. This is beneath you, bro. Whenever I see some dude, some guru online brag about how they bagged their high school crush and and how they won. I just asked myself, did they win though? Who's really winning when you, an Adonis, lower your standards to the ground for a girl that you've attached false value to? Who's really gaining more in that transaction there? A very basic rule of thumb to determine if a girl is worth it is this: does she meet the standards that you set for yourself? For example, you don't waste time going out all the time? Well, neither should she. You don't drink or vape? Well, neither should she. You don't skip glute day at the gym? Well, neither should she. You're kind and humble? Well, that's what she should be. There are some exceptions to this rule, like if you have a masculine drive to conquer. I mean, I don't think you want a masculine girl boss as a girlfriend now, do you? Just have common sense. Strive for a feminine girlfriend who meets your standards. But Milo, we are compatible. She meets my standards and I meet hers. The time we spend together is time well spent. Going to the gym, working on your life purpose, eating and sleeping well. Those are just some things that you have to focus on a day-to-day basis as a young man trying to pave his own future. And doing these things every day can be very time-consuming. But you want to know what else is very time-consuming? Maintaining a relationship. Maintaining a relationship takes a bunch of time and effort, and we all know that ignoring a girl when she's in desperate need of love and attention, that's a cardinal sin, bro. I'm sorry, man, but no matter how valuable this girl may be, you have to put your work above her. And I know that might sound insulting at first, but putting your work above her is a long-term investment of your time and focus in her. You build yourself even higher for her. You work even harder for her. So in a way, you're indirectly spending all your waking hours on her. So what? Does that mean that you have to go monk mode, go absolutely radio silent on her and not see her for months at a time? No. You see, time spent with loved ones is all about quality and very little about quantity. What good does it have spending so much time with her if you'll just end up thinking about how you deep down feel guilty for skipping the gym just to come see her, or that video you have to finish editing? You'll have those intrusive thoughts in the back of your mind, and those thoughts won't allow you to be present with her in the moment. I'm sorry, bro, but if you're still in high school and you're trying to be that 1 in a million dude, you're trying to be a success story, you can't really maintain a relationship and work on your goals. That's just an upstream battle that you won't win. I'm sorry, bro, but you can't do both. But there is one style of relationship that can synchronize with your work, but nowadays, this type of relationship is very, very rare to find, especially in high school, you know. But I'd say that the best case scenario would be for her to respect your work and, even better, encourage it. She becomes your cheerleader. Like, you could be a starving artist and she would still be cheering you on every day. She understands that you want to make it to the top and you want to take her with you. She wants to be part of that future that you work so very hard on a day-to-day basis to carve. So much so that she's willing to wait days, maybe even weeks at a time to hang out with you again, fully confident that she'll be in the presence of a man better than the one she saw last time. But Milo, my girl does cheer me on. She is more than willing to wait for me to finish my work so I can see her again. I work hard for her and she fully understands. How is that a bad relationship? Well, that, my friend, is a 1 in a million teenage relationship. The best case scenario. Hold on to it dearly. If you're in a relationship where you've worked hard enough to earn the privilege to be in one, you objectively hold standards for her, and in return, she expects you to work hard every day for her, then honestly, I don't think your relationship is stupid at all. You really don't have nothing to worry about. You're set. Love, no, limerence, is a very powerful force that can make even the most alpha sigma Patrick Bateman dudes fold and start coping, trying to justify the tingles they feel in their stomach. I should know.
You were special.
In conclusions, just focus on your goals, bro. Don't try to fit a girl into your life if she has no place in it. Unless, of course, you've won the love lottery and somehow landed yourself into that 1 in a million relationship I mentioned. But just be honest with yourself, bro. Don't try to force compatibility. Like, that's impossible by definition. You're just asking for trouble for you and the relationship. Just lock in. Remain focused, bro.
To happen, you realize how messed up that sounds, right?
You have a choice between saving one person and saving an entire world. Every world.
I can do both. Spider-Man always...
Not always. Miles, we all want to live the life we wish we had. Believe me, I have tried. And the harder I tried, the more damage I did.
You can't have it all, kid.